Oh, yes, it's gone to the UK, and the Nollywood actors have done their famous artistry in the United Kingdom. And they brought out the performance to the very fore of attention about the history of, part history of Nigeria. Let's take a look and find out what happened.
Okay, so I was it's just part of a trajectory. We've done 21. I was just one of the 21. So we want to tell Nigerian stories, our history, through the lives of some very prominent leaders who played critical roles in our emergence as a country and as a people. So the aim is for us to show upcoming generation, you get that in our recent past we had some very lovely leaders who were very selfless, you get, who saw Nigeria as one, you get, and in so doing we've done 22, 21, you get, we've done Aremu, we've done Zik, we've done Saldana, we've done Emir Sanusi, we've done a lot of plays, you get, so I was just one out of all of that, you get, so. But I was very critical towards, I was very dear to my heart because most of these other stories, you see Awo in all of them. Do you get something going on now in August? And then you see Awo, I was going to have like 10, 20 minutes in it. We did one in Warri with the called Ogiame Rijua, you there? You know, it was going there. I mean, there was Awo there. There's Awo in Aremu, there's Awo in Saldana, there's Awo in the one we did in Akwa for Iban. So Awo is, for me, is a phenomenal character. Do you get? Is a phenomenal being. I do not think that the history of this country can be written very seriously by anybody without having that person in it.
We are the children of Oduduwa. Omoluabi. We are courageous enough. We are the delicate centerpiece that contrasts and expands at will in the equation that makes the nation. We should not take advantage wrongly.
Baba, this is part of the peculiarness that makes people look at us, we, the Yorubas, as if we're weak. Never again.
When we allow power to spread evenly, it takes eternity for it to break us. Allowing Yoruba to team up with the Northern People's Congress to form the government of national unity will be an overkill for the rest of the nation. And I, Chief Obafemi Jeremiah, will not lead Yoruba to be the cog in the wheel of Nigeria to remain one. Never.
We have 200,000 Nigerians legally in the UK. There's diaspora. The diaspora market is huge by any such this imagination. That market has brought, the students have brought in 25 billion naira dollars into the country. So we feel that we should also export the stories there. Because I think that something's happening. I don't know if you've noticed it. What is happening is that the younger generation are coming of age. They're coming of age. And then we have a huge number of them out there who are not being brought up in the Nigerian way, you get, so they are seeing things technically different from the way we are seeing things, you get. So for them to come back, most likely must come back if the environment is right, you get. We have to also prepare them by telling them the stories. And I felt that for all the 21 plays that we have done, you get, I was the best one that we can take there. So it was quite wonderful, you know. And the beautiful thing about the Jackpot thing is that everything is replicated there. So all the doctors in Nigeria, they are there. So we had the cast and crew complete. Yeah, that saved us a lot of cost, you know. It was quite exciting having that production there.
Tola has decided to leader. He has decided to trample on the core of our party.
Yes, of course. We fought for a government, for a nation where everyone has equal opportunities. But our brother has turned his back against us.
But we still stand for what we believe in.
Equality for all is justice.
Equality for all is justice. Equality for all is justice. Equality for all is justice. Equality for all is justice. Yes, baby.
We are losing preeminent positions in businesses, universities, and government in Nigeria. If we do not do something fast, we will become slaves in the nation we fought for. Are we going to let that happen? No!
Nigeria is our country. Yes. We deserve to be at the top. Yes. We will fight for what is ours. We will fight for what is ours. We will fight for what is ours. We will fight for what is ours.
We are celebrating people, and people must allow us to celebrate them. So if you tie yourself down with all of those red tape, you're lost. Are you hear me now? You're lost. So if I start to celebrate Serenades and KSA and make him one of the 23 people that are celebrating, do you understand? Then I should have problems. I don't think I have problems. But Serenades is phenomenal. He has the kind of longevity no musician has in the whole wide world. Honest God truth. Do you get me now? He's phenomenal. Do you get? And the story must be told. A lot of people don't know he was a band boy, Baba Salah. A story must be told. So I want to tell KS's story, not from the songs, not be interested in the songs, never know the songs. Do you get his progeny? A lot of people are going to do June 12, and I told Professor Ojo, I don't want to do June 12. I want to understand why 25 children died before him. I need to know why. I need to know why it was 30 years between Awo and MKO. 30 years between MKO and Tinubu. What's the spirituality around it? I love Yoruba culture. I love Yoruba folk tales because it is well documented. So I went to Akwa Ibom to do a play. I couldn't get one story that every Akwa Ibom man aligned with. But if you go to Ogbomoso, Orumila is Orumila. If you go to Lagos, Orumila is Orumila. If you go to Ekiti, Orumila is Orumila. You hear me now? So I want to understand the role of those gods in MKO's life. Why was he born? The day he was born, his father lost all his wealth. Why did he die when he died? Why is that when he died, his wealth went? So in trying to answer those questions, Nigerians could now see the real essence of not only the man, but of themselves.
And if you hear me, my brothers, and listen to me, my sisters, our victories, equality, our liberty. Yes, it's unity, equality, my brothers, my sister,
When I left London, I tiptoed out of the place. And I'm not going yet. I'm saying it next week. I'm around the wheel. You get me now? So the funding. So we got a lot of enthusiastic sponsors, corporates and individuals. A lot of people were very key to support us. You get me? But they give me Naira. Do you get? Let me give you an example. Someone said, I'm going to give you £2,000 in Naira. Do you get? So the day he was going to give me £2,000, Naira was 1,750 to the Naira. She got the approval, moved Naira to me. By the time Naira got to me, 1,850. Do you get? By the time I moved the money to my people in London, 1,950. That lost about 20-30% of that. Do you get? So it was just a continuous moving change, which tried my marketing skills because I had to keep ramping up, I had to keep pushing on this side, the demand side, to pull out the funds, and then I have to hold down. And it's a 31-man cast. Do you understand? These ones, you can't beg them because they have standards. You can't say no vex and things like that. You know, 31-man cast, and there's media, there's your people are there now. And don't forget, we also had the economic summit. Do you get? Which now added to the cost of everything. The economic summit was very important because we needed to situate the business side of it. Do you get? So we all talked about bringing in revenues into the system, into the country, and things like that. So the entertainment industry is doing so well. It's valued at $3 trillion. So I felt that we should bring in people who understand the business behind the show. You get to have that conversation. And then we brought people like Emir Sanusi, we brought people like Otumba Bimbo Ashiru, we brought people like Prince Bimbo Olashore, we brought people like Shoga Olo, who's a trade star. You know, we brought, luckily for us, the vice president was very keen, very interested. You get, so he sent in representatives. You get, he brought a very brilliant young lady called Dr. Oduwole, representing the vice president of Nigeria. It was a beautiful event.
Raise our hearts to victory. Two pillars that should stand our shoulders high are instead misunderstood for enemies. I really don't understand.
It's something I think we should encourage. As I said, from my days in the central bank, we have thought of a fund for Nollywood, and the idea is that we keep talking about diversifying our export base and our exports, and we do have these huge exports of cultural products and cultural goods that are not being properly managed. And if we seriously focus on them, and it's not just movies, it's also paintings, it's also writings. Okay, I mean, the culture is such a broad range of goods that UNESCO captures that we are not properly monitoring, and if we did that and people actually had a proper livelihood out of that, we would create jobs and would boost our economic growth. And as I said, for us as Africans who have been the victims of slavery and colonialism, we have internalized this self-hate, a sense of inferiority, where we think that the only way we can be real human beings is to efface our culture and adopt foreign cultures. So it's important that we live and step out into this new confident world where we remain who we are, but also live in the modern world.